Changing the carbs on a 97 Honda Magna 750. I've already got the gas tank off. There's only 3 screws holding it on right there. So it's already off, and you start by stripping this air cleaner out. This you can just pull it. It comes off pretty easy. Throw it in the box. And looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws. Yeah, 9 screws to get the air filter and the top off the air box. Take them out. There's 8 of the 9. Going here. See if I can see the one I dropped. No, but I'll have to find it later. Then this guy, I guess it's in 2 pieces. You pull the top part off first. There's an air filter inside there. Move the harnesses out of the way. Kind of wiggle. Hey, piece of cake. Here's the box. These guys come off. In the box. That's a good idea before you start pulling all the hoses and cables and stuff off, is to come over here and take a few photos of all the hoses that go into this air box and what other hoses you're going to have to disconnect to pull that set of carburetors out. What I haven't shown so far is there's a whole lot of stuff here along with the ignition switch and a couple of control valves for the vacuum. That all comes off with 2 bolts. You just kind of push it down, but first you need to remove 2 vacuum hoses. You can shake this down and push it that way far enough to where you can get all the harnesses and cables and throttles and stuff loose, and then you should be able to lift this up and out of here. But first this piece of plastic's got to come off, and it's bolted to the air box. So I'll do that next. Okay, maybe you can see that better now. I moved the cycle out here in the open so I could move the camera so it doesn't look directly into the sunshine. See, this one up under here, that one over there, and that kind of removes this enough to where that carb will come out. But there's 3 more screws holding this guy on. Okay. Now there's 3 hoses on this box. There's 1 in the front here. There's 2 in the back, but they're different sizes, so they won't only go back on one way. So, squeeze clamp. Get that out of the way. Squeeze this clamp. Ooh. Okay. Now, it should come out. Just harnesses it in a way. in the box. Okay, now I guess it's time for these control cables to come off. Now that is, that's the back side. So push that out of the way. Goes on top. This one. Pull that out of there. That goes on the bottom. Now there's a choke cable that comes from under here around to the other side for the choke line. You gotta loosen that. It's just clamped like this. Okay, yeah, it's loose enough. You wiggle the cable out of the clamp, give it some slack, and wiggle it, and it'll come out of there. Come on. There. Okay, there's the choke cable. What else? So the only other really thing that's holding on there is the boot clamps. So you want to leave the boots on the cycle so it'll loosen the top clamp that holds the carburetors in. Alright. This will work a lot better. So you can, on your knees here, you can see up in there where the screws are. Oh, that's tight. Loosen. There you go. Okay, I've got all the screws loose on all 4 boots. Just crack them and then back them up about 10 turns. That should be enough. And I got to find my pry bar. It's the best pry bar I've ever had. So, get between the bottom of the carburetor and some piece of motorcycle. Push up. See it's moving a little. Angle here. There, that one's loose. I'm going to bend on this, but that's about where I need to put the pressure. This side's done. Over here, same thing. There's a big piece of cast sticking out of the carburetor. Try it on. Pop. Pop. That's done. So, let's see what else I forgot. Oh, okay, just one more hose. It's got to come off. And, I guess I need to take that off since it already came off from that side. But, here we go. Maybe idle adjustment. Yes, needs to come. It's in a bracket down there. So. Fuel line and another vacuum hose. 4 carburetors and dripping gasoline everywhere. Alright, so there we're done. Now let me show you why it was important to leave the boots in there. Well, first of all, it came out a lot easier that way. And let's get in here and look close. You can see the top of the boots have a taper to them. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. I'll explain later. There's a taper on the top of the boot that allows the carburetor to come back down and not be perfectly aligned, but it's tapered in such a way that the lip of the carburetor will fit within that taper. And as you push down, it'll slide down that taper and into the hole. So put the boots on first. It idles well, and it starts to choke at around 3,000 RPM. That's about 1/8 of the roll of the throttle, and then it surges really bad when you open it up. So we probably got some dirty jets, and we're gonna open it up and clean those. Oh, and I'm gonna show off my little ultrasonic cleaner I made. Here's the, I bought that at Walmart for $21. It's a good size aluminum, I think it was a steamer before I converted it. It's got a nice little lid to keep the solvents from evaporating, and it's got, built this little box for it to sit in. There's a hole in the bottom here that's got my ultrasonic transducer in there, and there's a control board mounted, I think, in this corner. So anyhow, throw your carburetor parts in there. So anyhow, later, let's get this back. So let's see. Let's flip this over. Oh shit. A lot of gasoline. I need to go put this in the tank.